Hi everyone, I'm Shaylin here with Reedsy, and because it's almost the Christmas season, today I'm going to be giving you some gift ideas for writers. Of course, these don't have to be for Christmas, they could really be for whatever occasion, but because it is almost Christmas and if you have some Christmas shopping to do, here are some ideas of things that you could get for the writers in your life. Now we have a blog post that you can check out with over 50 different gift ideas. Rather than just sit here and list off all 50 of them, I'm going to break this up into categories and give you some different ideas so this can cover all different types of budgets. Let's start with stationery. Many writers have a passion for beautiful stationery, especially if you know a writer who tends to do a lot of writing by hand. They'll most definitely have a use for a nice notebook or a nice pen. This is a great, pretty budget-friendly option. Most writers will probably have a use for. Now let's talk about coffee. Many writers are coffee enthusiasts, so in most cases you can't really go wrong with something beverage related. If you know a writer who tends to buy a lot of their coffee from coffee shops rather than making it themselves, a reusable to-go mug is a great option. It's also very eco-friendly, or you could get them a funny one like this one that has Shakespearean insults on it, or even just a gift card to a coffee shop that you know they like. A lot of writers like to live and work in coffee shops, so I'm sure they would probably appreciate a couple drinks on the house. And of course, you could also just get people just actual coffee or actual tea, just like a nice assortment of teas, or like a nice tea, a nice like loose leaf tea with a tea strainer would be a really nice budget friendly gift. And I think giving people food as a gift is something that they will probably always be able to use. Word games can be a great option, and it's also something that you can play together with that person. Codenames is one of my favorite ones. My family has this game and we love it. It's our favorite board game at basically any family gathering now. We just play Codenames. You could also get them a writing software. There are lots of really cool writing softwares out there, and some of them are even just one-time purchase. Scrivener is a one-time purchase of around $45, so it's a great option for a software that they can then use for life. This is a fairly obvious one, but books are a great option. I don't really know any writers who don't also like to read. Books are the thing that I buy everyone. I'm sorry to spoil Christmas to anyone I know who's watching this, but you will be getting books for Christmas. Of course, you probably want to get books that are based on that person's reading taste, but if you want some recommendations, Greenwood by Michael Christie, this would be a great one if you know someone who loves nature, because it's all about trees. Pretend I'm Dead by Jen Began, which is really funny and quirky and offbeat, and great for anyone you know who's into dark humor. And finally, for something really hard-hitting and poignant and powerful and well-written, I really enjoyed On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. And along with books, another great option are just kind of bookish things or accessories in general, such as nice bookends if they've got a bookshelf, literary related posters, or a nice reading light. Since these are gifts for writers, you can also go with craft books. And no, this doesn't need to be a hint, oh, you need to improve at writing. One that I think is just a good all-around go-to is Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott. I got this as a Christmas gift. Another great option for someone who likes to read a lot would be a subscription to a literary magazine. Buying someone a one-year subscription to a magazine usually isn't too expensive, and if it's a print magazine, that means that this person will get, you know, maybe 3 or 4 volumes throughout the year. For something a little more expensive, if you have more of a budget, for someone who loves to read, you could get them an e-reader, like a Kindle or a Kobo, or you could get them a subscription to Kindle Unlimited. Another really cool option that will give the person a great experience is to get them a ticket to an event. So for something a little more expensive, you could get them a ticket to an actual writers conference or to a workshop, or you can find smaller literary events such as a reading or a panel, and you could get to and go with that person. If you really want to get something really nice for a writer, this is definitely one that you would need more of a budget for, but you can pay for them to have editorial services on their book. Or for a bit of a cheaper option, you could get them an editorial assessment, or if they're in the querying stage, maybe pay for them to get a query letter edit. Editing can be really expensive, so getting any help with that cost is sure to be super appreciated. As a final option would be to order commissioned artwork of their characters, or to just make it yourself if you have artistic skill. You might need to be a little clever and somehow get them to sneakily send you some references if you don't have any references of their characters, so it might be a difficult one to make a full-on surprise. It's probably going to be a really touching gift, and something I think a lot of writers would hold quite dear. So those are some gift options for writers. For even more, you can check check out the blog posts linked in the description. Is there anything that I missed? What do you tend to get the writers in your life for gifts? For me, it's just books. I just get everyone books. I don't just get writers books. I literally just get everyone books. Even if someone doesn't really read, I'm like, here's a book. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos from us. We've got new writing, editing, and publishing tips every Tuesday and Friday. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.